Good morning once again, everyone. And we are going to start our lesson for today, SFM. And we are going straight to chapter 6 from our part. We are still on capital budgeting. So far, so good. We are able to discuss the basic approach to capital budgeting. Most importantly, we refer ourselves to relevant cost. Now, we say it again that the knowledge of relevant cost is very, very important as far as capital budgeting is concerned. Then, last we discussed taxation and inflation, how they will affect our capital budgeting. So, because if you forecast a project and you do not consider the taxation or you do not bring in the inflation into play, there will be a lot of irregularity in your evaluation. So we've done that one as our last class, taxation and inflation. So today we want to look at risk and uncertainty. What do I call it? Risk. So we are bringing in risk now. Risk and uncertainty. So when we are trying to embark on a project, at any point in time, all the project is forecast, and those forecasts that you have made definitely will be affected by two things. Will be affected by risk and also affected by the uncertainty in the future. So today we want to look at how will the risk and the uncertainty affect our decision analysis. So let's quickly run through our part and solve some basic examples from our part. I'm ready for chapter 6, page 161. Risk and uncertainty in capital investment appraisal. The problem of risk and uncertainty. Investment projects are long-term projects, yes. In most cases, the investment project is always a long-term project, and often with a time of many years. When the cash flows of an investment project are estimated, the estimate might be incorrect. Estimate of cash flow might be wrong for two main reasons. One, risk in the investment, and two, uncertainty about the future. So when you estimate all your cash flow in your project that you want to use to embark, that you want to use for a capital evaluation, those cash flow may be wrong due to two reasons. One, the risk in the project, and two, the uncertainty about what? About the future. For example, you want to embark on a project and you have concluded in your mind that okay, at least you will get a return that worth 10,000 naira or 10 million naira. Now, because of the risk that involved in this project, this return that you have forecast of 10 million naira will not come to reality. I mean, the risk can erode everything away. Or the uncertainty about the future. You don't know what holds in the future. You don't know what might happen in the future. So if you say you are going to make a return of 10 million naira, something might happen in the future that will erode all the returns. So these are what we're saying. So because of that, your future forecast will definitely be affected by two things: the risk and what. Then the question is, what is risk? What is risk? Let's quickly run through it now. About risk. Risk exists when the actual outcome from a project will be any of several different possibilities. Hello? When we are talking about risk, one thing that I like most about risk is that you know the possible outcome. You know the what? Hello, you know the what? Possible outcome. But you don't know the one that will happen. I used to give my simple or funny example that if you and your friend, you are going on a trip and you get to army checking point, and your friend just come to you say, alright, look at this army, slap him and get how many cash here. Slap him and what? And get how much? How many cash here. It's not a good return. It's a good return. But you know you are going to take if you want to embark on that journey, you want to take a risk. And there are two possible outcomes. Am I talking? Yeah. You may slap the man If you slap the military man, don't look at you say you bagger, go. Abi, am I talking? And if you slap you say you bagger, enter barrack again. So two things can happen. He can either beat you to death for slapping him, or don't look at you say we just okay go. Two things. So I'm saying like you actually know the likely outcome that will happen, abi, but you don't know what, you don't know the actual one that will occur. Am I talking now? Another one is this. If this fence now, I'm not telling you about risk. This is a fence, and you are aware there's a soak away at the edge of that fence, and you now want to jump over the fence to that other side. What are you taking? You are taking risk. Because why? You are aware that there's a soak away at the back. Two things can happen. Either you jump, you enter the soak away, or you jump, you escape. Okay? So that's why I'm saying that you know the possible outcome. Let me now bring us to normal level. If you pick a die, you want to throw a die, everyone want to know all the possible outcome. Abi, it could be 1, it could be 2, it could be 3, it could be 4, it could be 5, it could be 6. Abi, these are the, but you don't know the one that will occur. So what am I trying to say now that when you are talking about risk, you know the likely outcome, or let me say the possible outcome, but you don't know the one that will occur. That's why in risk can be measured by using probability. We are using what? Probability. Okay? If I ask you now, what probability of having head or tail in a throw of coin? What probability? 1/2, because it could be head or tail. Okay? So what am I saying? This is what called risk. You know the likely outcome, but you don't know the one that will occur. That is risk, and it can be measured through what? Probability. Number 2, uncertainty. Now, uncertainty exists when there is insufficient information to be sure about what will happen or what the probability of the occurrence might be. Now, the major difference between probability and the risk analysis is that for uncertainty, you don't even know what will happen. So, risk, you know what will happen. But for uncertainty, you don't know what will happen. Why? Because there's no sufficient information. There's no what? Sufficient information. If nobody tells you that this is the army, we have seen several scenarios whereby a normal civilian man beats an army, but why? He does not wear uniform. So in that case now, you are even if you have to slap a man, it's not in the uniform. That one is what you are not even taking a risk. You are entering to war or certainty. Am I talking? Because you don't know him, you don't know his status, you just go ahead and war and slap. So even if you see a man slap another man in the street, the man is entering war or certainty. Because you don't know the kind of person, because you don't have war, you don't have the information. So uncertainty comes with what? Lack of information. So the more you are getting the information, what happened to your uncertainty? You become more clearer. And maybe you say, I will beat you, I will beat you. I'm the man here. People actually, I'm asking, I'm saying, you are getting information. What happened now? Your this is becoming more clearer to you. So what am I saying is, uncertainty has to do with what? Insufficient information. But the moment you have information about the future, your uncertainty is becoming more clearer and clearer, and you need to reduce your. So now, uncertainty occur due to the lack of sufficient information about what is likely to happen. It is possible to assess the uncertainty in a project, but with what? Less mathematical precision than for the assessment of risk. Now, in risk, we can easily measure it. We can easily what? If you can remember from our portfolio theory, we have been measuring risk now, we have been using variance and what? Standard deviation to measure risk. Am I talking now? So we are doing that, but for uncertainty, it's very difficult for us to measure it mathematically. You can only measure it by what? By dipping into more information before you can be able to achieve that. So management should try. Anytime I want to embark on the project, don't forget that from where we are coming from, we said you can only accept a project when there's a what? When there's a sufficient return. And when the risk is what? Is acceptable. You can only accept a project when it has a sufficient return, and what? When the risk is what? Is that. So therefore, that's what I'm going to. Therefore, management should try to what? To evaluate the risk and uncertainty and take into account when making their investment decision. You must not make a decision without assessing the risk and uncertainty about about the future. I want to go down. Yes. I want to go down. Now, in other words, investment decision should consider the risk and uncertainty in the investment project as well as the expected return and the NPV. So now, finally, now, if you want to make your decision on capital budgeting, you must one consider the return. Look at the NPV. And what do you do next? You consider the risk and uncertainty about the when all the family are clear. What do you do now? You go ahead and accept such a project. So, method of assessing risk and how I was uncertainty now. How can we now assess the risk? From our portfolio theory, we can actually measure the risk, right? We can measure the risk, variance and the standard deviation now. But here now, what are the techniques that you can also use to assess risk and uncertainty? There are several methods of analyzing and assessing risk and uncertainty. In particular, sensitivity analysis can be used to assess a project when there is a uncertainty about the future. Yeah. When there is uncertainty in question, then we use sensitivity analysis. We use to assess the uncertainty of the project. Number two, probability analysis can be used to assess project in which there is a risk. I said that when we are doing the variance analysis, variance. What do we use? We use probability. We probability to do that. So that we will be using probability to assess the risk. So now, then other methods include risk modeling and simulation, risk adjusted discount rate, which we have done. Risk adjusted discount rate we've done in other kind of capital. That's when you say you have a project, you got that project, the risk of the company will change. What do? We repair and we ungear. All those projects will happen the risk adjusted. You are trying to adjust the cost of capital in order to incorporate the risk of that new project that you are back on. So then using discounted payback as one of the criteria for investment in capital projects. So all these methods are used to assess your risk and uncertainty. So let's go straight to now sensitivity analysis. So we want to try to look at how can we use sensitivity analysis to assess our uncertainty. To assess uncertainty. Now, introduction. Investment involves expenditure now in return for a stream of future returns. Yes. When you invest now, you are expecting a future returns. Now, don't forget those returns. It's not today. You embark on a project now. You are about to project on 1/1/2023. And this project is going to be the return for a long period of time for 2020 for December. You bring a return December 2023, return December 2024, return December 2025, and so on like that. All these return, they are you are forecasting them based on on future. And I said, you don't know what holds in the future. You don't have information that holds in the future. So this your forecast may not be correct. So because of that, if you are to embark on the project today, now assess the uncertainty and incorporate it into your evaluation. Then that's when you can now go ahead and make your decision. So that was it. So investment involve expenditure now in return for a stream of a future return. The investment could be in form of a physical asset, capital budget, or working capital management, or securities. As in most decision making, decision data is based on on forecast, on hello. All the data, all the data that you are using, they are based on forecast. It's forecast. Okay, I will next year we have this, upper year we have this. They are all about forecast. And when you are making that your forecast, they are based on forecast, which are subject to varying degree of uncertainty. Hello, they are forecasts which are they are subject to various uncertainty in the future. Now, the tasks in investment appraisal involve deciding whether the alternative cost of investment is outweighed by what? By its alternative what? Benefit. Now, so what to compare the alternative cost with what? Alternative what? Benefit. If the cost outweigh the benefit, what do? You reject. But if the benefit outweigh the cost, what do? You accept. So what want to now want to check the alternative one after the other. So basic principle now. I want to get that basic principle. What is the principle all about? Sentiment analysis in investment appraisal is a technique for assessing the sensitivity of a project, return, or NPV to variation in each of the terms of cost and benefits in the project. The technique is to take the estimate for each alternative factor one by one. Let me try to explain what it is an estimate. When you are trying to compute your NPV, when you are trying to compute your NPV, there are a lot of variables that you have to apply to get your NPV. I mean, let me give you an example now. You have year 0, year 1, year 2, year 3. I want to go that place. I want to go that. I will find your conclusion there. Then I can't see you. These are what to tell you to class to be. Now, your variable that you use to get this NPV, you will have your outlay. I mean, probably the cost of the plants. Maybe you have to buy a plant. You put it here. Then this man will bring a, let's say, sales. You want to bring some sales. You bring it here. And I come to this place. And it's like that will be a variable cost. You bring it here. You are subtracting a bit. And so on and so forth. There are a lot of variables. It could be maintenance cost. It could be any running cost. And by the time you put all this all together, you get your net outflow like as usual. Am I communicating this? Then you now say your DCO. That has been 10%. Then you put it here. You get your PV. You get it. Then you put it together. Then you get your NPV. And we say, once this NPV is positive, what do? You assess the project. Yes. The project is good now, today, based on the data, all this data that you're using here, they are what? They are forecasts. They are what? They are forecasts. Forecasts will go. And it's NPV today because you assume that this forecast is what? It will be correct. Okay? But we're not telling you that this forecast, that you say it will be correct, due to the uncertainty that is holding the future, it may not be what? It may not be correct. You must test them for sensitivity. That is, sensitivity say that if any of these costs or income change, if your cost of outlay increase, if your sales decrease, if your variable cost increase, if your cost of capital decrease or increase, are you still going to have positive NPV? Are you there? This is what sensitivity is looking at. So sensitivity is picking each of these variables one by one. What do I call it? One by one. It will pick outlay. If this one was left as it itself 1 time before, and if this cost and up to every other variable remain constant. If this one increased to 2,000, are you going to see positive NPV attested? You will now go to again to sales. If your sales price decrease, that is, you know what I say, when it is testing when the cash flow will be worse than expected. When I say cash flow is what? Worse than expected. If it's a cost, for it to be worse than expected, what will happen? It will increase. Okay? If it's a sales, for it to be worse than expected, what will happen? It will decrease. So if your sales is worse than expected, that means the price has gone down. Then and every other variable should be constant. What will be the effect on your NPV? Are you going to still have positive NPV? If your variable cost is what unexpected, that means it has what? That's gone up. Then and every other variable should be what? Constant. Are you still going to have positive NPV? That's what sensitivity analysis is trying to look into. It's taking all the variables one by one and test them for the information. Okay. Now, if the sensitivity analysis is to be carried out It is often used to calculate as net present value for each factor or outflow item in such a way that PV are funds of individual element of cost or revenue over the life of the project. So let's try to practicalize it now a little bit now. How to assess the sensitivity analysis. Let's go through a sample in the manual. The sample in the manual: projects with a life of 4 years. Details of the project include the following: outflow, new machine, 2,750. Are we there, please? 3,750. Outlay, new machine, 2,750. Based on the question. Annual sales units, 10,000 per unit. Unit selling price, 500 naira per unit. While unit variable cost is what? 200 naira per unit. Annual cash fees cost, 600,000. Project specific cost capital, 9%. You are required: A. Calculate the PV of the project, and B. Measure the sensitivity of the NPV to various input factors. So, having read this question now, let's now try to look at the procedure. One after the first thing here is this: compute your what? NPV, Abi. Now, don't forget, in this question, anytime you are dealing with on capital budgeting, ask the question: is this project allowed for taxation? You check. Do you have taxation on this question? No. Is this project incorporating inflation? No. That means we are a little bit more safe, Abi. So let's go ahead and put NPV now. Get the NPV of the project first. As usual, we have let's get all our outlay one after the other. We have NPV schedule. How many lives is the project? 4 years. Okay, let me begin as if I'm doing NPV alone. 0 year 1, year 1, Abi, 2, 3, 4. I don't want to use a I want to do it normally. Then we have our outlay. What are we buying? Machine, Abi. I think that price is corrected to the last time, Abi. Okay, I think Abi is saying the machine is how much? 3,000. That was the mistake question, right? So let me check if you can change your manual to 3,750 as usual as I said. 3,750, Abi. That's our outlay. Then for the annual sales, for our sales in units, it was 10,000 units for the question, Abi. I will get that place. But we were saying that the selling price is how much? 500 naira per unit, right? So therefore, our sales per year will be 500 naira times 10,000 units. Am I talking, please? Look at my man. Oh yeah, look here. 5 million. So should I write in the thousand? I think it should be 1,000. This one is 1,000 already. Yeah. Each year, be 5 million, 5 million, and what? And 5 million. And 5 million. Now, away from that, there is a variable cost. I mean, our variable cost per unit. How much is this from the question? 300 naira. So to be 300 naira, that would be 300 naira per unit. Multiply by what? 10,000 units. Here we are. 3 million is the cost. I mean 3,000, that's 3 million is the cost. Then 3 million is the cost. Then 3 million is the cost. Away from that, there is an annual cash fees cost. I mean, there's a fees cost, and I said any incremental fees costs are all relevant. So our fees cost now, our annual fees cost. Each year 1 is how much? 600,000. Year 2, 600,000. Year 3, 600,000. Year 4, 600,000. Am I communicating this? So I think that's all. There's no scrap in this question. So our net outflow each year 3,750. 1,400. 1,400. 1,400. 14. and 1,400. Now, after this, the next is to what? To discount with our what? Our DCO. So our DCO, how many percent?
9%.
9%. So we have 1, we have 0, we have 1, 0 point what?
9174.
4. What decimal please?
8417.
8417.
7722.
7722.
7084.
7084. So by that we multiply, we get our present value. What do we have?
The last one.
Last one.
991.
991.8.
1081.
Which one?
The next one.
This one?
Yes. 1081.
1081.08.
117.3.
Which one?
The next one.
Yeah, 2.
1178.38.
1178.38. 1284.36. The answer is what? 3,750. Have you? So view of that. Please don't forget in the question, the outlay is written as a 2,770. I will say we corrected it to 3,070. So with that, what am I giving? Let's use the medium. Let's use the medium.
785.
Oh yeah, no.
785.
7,785.
785.
Point what?
62.
0.62 abi. That's our NPV abi. Our NPV is because of that. So it's positive or negative? Is it positive or negative? So that's what we do. We have set the project abi. Now, question.
How do you know that this is implemented?
The fees cost, they say annual fees cost. That's the incremental from the project. As a result of that project, the incremental fees cost means a fees cost that arise as a result of that your project. So this fees cost is coming because of this project, not other elsewhere. So in view of this, our MPV is what? 785, abi? Okay. But don't forget, we said accepting a project go beyond this MPV or possible, abi? You have to check the sensitivity of all these variables. And that's why he asked us in number B. Measure the sensitivity of the MPV to the various input factor. To what? So let's start. How many people do you have this question? How many variables do you have this question now? The variable, give me the names. We have the machine cost, abi? The machine cost. We have sales value, abi? We have sales value. We have sales volume. Sales volume. We have variable cost. And we have what? Fixed cost. And we have a cost of capital. And what about the project life? Project life. In this one now, these are all the variables that we have. The machine cost, sales value. When I say sales value now, sales in naira, abi? Sales volume, sales in units, abi? The variable cost is there, fixed cost is there, cost of capital is there, and what the project life is there also. Because how many life this project here? 4 years. Abi? What if the life reduce to 3 years? What if we reduce to 1 year? What will happen? So you have to consider those variables one after the other. So now let's now play one after the other now. Number 1. The first one is, now let me now give you this clue. All the variable costs, except volume, except cost of capital, except project life, your sensitivity to any variable, it is the PV of the cash flow itself. What I call it, present value of that cash flow over what? Over the NPV of the project. That is, sorry, NPV of the project over what? Over the PV of the cash flow. So once you get the PV of the project of that cash flow that is in question now. For example, now for machine cost now, let me show you like this. For the machine cost now, your sensitivity is equal to the PV of the NPV divided by the PV of machine cost. Are we clear? So it's the NPV over PV of the machine cost. Now, already we have the NPV. How much is it? 785.62 abi. Then you have to calculate the PV of the machine cost. And don't forget, since the machine cost is the way, you are saying, always what? We do the same abi. This is the PV. Only abi. Only 375,500. So 370 rather. So therefore, sensitivity of the machine I will have the much from question. Yeah, our NPV 785.62 divided by the PV of the machine, PV of the project 7,000 rather. We have 5%. 20.95%. Now let me try to tell you the interpretation. When this is your sensitivity now of this project, of this machine cost. If the cost of the machine increase by 20.95, if your cost of the machine increase by what? 20.95, then this your NPV will be zero. Will be what? Zero. Yeah, do believe. What's the cost of the machine? 3,750 shall be. Every increase by this figure. Increase it by 20.95. No matter what? 4,535.63 abi. Let me follow you. 0.63. I will begin how you increase it. Just times 1.2075 abi. 795 rather. Now, if your cost of machine now, if you put this figure, figure E, if you put it here, and that was that still remain constant, this figure will become what? Zero. Am I communicating? Yes, sir. Yàgbọ́lá rẹ̀ sọ wípé increase 37 by this 20.95. I said ẹgbẹ́ this by the mo sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ má kọ́ ló ti ju ẹ̀jẹ̀ secretary. This figure 3,750 abi increase it by 20.95. You get this figure. Tàbí wọ́n ní pé tó bá fi figure yìí tó bá fi síbi and compute a new NPV. This NPV all because will become what? Zero. Let's say like FCB get the back over, it will zero. Grow for it to be zero. So now, any attempt for this cost to go beyond this, what happened to this one? Negative. Am I talking now? Miriam, are you okay with that my statement? Are we together? Yes, so what am I saying this? The lower this, the more it is risky. If the sensitivity is very low, that variables is highly sensitive. It's highly what? Every little thing that make it to increase. What have the project? It will be negative. Tell me by 20%, which is but if it's like around 4%, 5%, we pay a little thing, a little increment, we call the rate to become what? To become negative. But at sensitivity, you are breakable. You are what? Am I talking now? Yes, sir. You are at sensitivity point at 20.95. What have you done? You breakable. For any point of 20.96, what are you having here? Negative. So that is sensitivity of the machine cost to the project. Number 2 now. Sales value. I will say that number 2 now. Sales value. You have a question? Yeah, with you.
So during exam, I don't know, but we have to interpret
they have to analyze the analysis.
Okay, so we have to now start calculating.
No, I'm not. Do I should go and calculate on that one?
Yeah.
No, how do you know? But for I've told you, at this point, the meaning is that the meaning of this one is that at 20.9%, if your cost of machine increased by 20.9%, your NPV is what? Is negative. Is zero. Any attempt for your machine cost to increase more than 20.95, your NPV will become what? negative. So I'm not saying now that the lower the sensitivity percentage, the higher your sensitivity of that variables. If this percentage is very low now, tó bá kó low ju eléyìí lọ, go at 5%, I will tell you that this machine content is highly sensitive. Because any little thing, tó bá ti lè increase pẹ̀rẹ́, what happen to the NPV? Negative. That's your temperature. Nobody has to go and compute that one. Just explain that, okay, oh, at this point, oh, this project oh, is 20.95, oh, at this point, everything is going to become zero. Any time for your cost will increase more than 20.95, your machine your everything become negative. And the lower, that one low, you cannot go for it. Since the everything of the project is 5%, it shows that the machine is highly sensitive to the MPV. So because of that, you can reject. If it's a key variables, if it's a what? If it's a key variables, what do? You reject. You reject. For example, say you want to embark on the project. If you máa lọ ata, if you máa ṣe ẹ̀rọ, if you máa lọ ata, am I talking now? If you máa lọ ata, what your analysis say? So one of the variables is a fueling. Abi now. What is the sensitivity of your fueling? What you get 2%? Am I talking to you now? What does that mean? Any little increment in your fueling price, you make loss. And you know that fuel is what? It's very key to that project, Abi. Abi?
Now increase it by 300%.
And fuel now increase by 300%. Gbèsè ló jẹ yẹn, Abi. That's so because of that variables, what do? You can pay a little bit of money in Nigeria. Price can go up anytime. So what do? What do you do now? You reject it. We know the variable is very key, which is fueling. So because of that, you can reject on the project. If the variable is very key and you realize that the is very what? It's very high. Because of that, you can reject it. Do you ever make the message now?
So is there a range? I don't know. Maybe if it's more than 10%.
I don't know. I can't give you a range. The point is that if you want to automatically it by 2%, 3%, 4%, 5%, you go load you. It's low. But when you are having like 20%, before the price can increase to that level, but not in Nigeria, not in Nigeria economy. Am I talking? Hello. You can wake up today and you meet a grade of 30% tomorrow morning. Abi now, how? So it depends on the current, but we can't say there's a range, but you must be able to what? Let that to explain yourself around that range. Abi. So number 2 now.
Sir,
I'm with you.
but if you put in this figure, it's negative.
Yes, alright.
If you
Figure.
put in this 4, 5, 3, 4,
Just add this
It's
positive.
just that 5 behind.
Kí ló kú ṣẹlẹ̀?
20.9.
Kí ló kú ṣẹlẹ̀?
you are saying that at this point, our NPV ought to be very
Why? Ó yẹ kó mọ̀ pé plus or minus happens ní ọ̀lẹ́ máa fún ẹ. Negative wo ló fún ẹ? How many? Negative wo ló get tó tó àdó tẹ́? O get 0.0 ilé ìwé negative that negative. 0 point. Since ẹ ṣe negative nìyẹn, ó yẹ kó mọ̀ pé it's plus or minus factor. So if you to figure it, I'm so sure to have CDB, where people have used normal application to have CDB, it is all work zero. You see, except if you now increase beyond this, you have a negative. And when I say negative now, it's not 0.0. That's the approximate factor in the end. So let's go back to the figure now. Mercy, I go together now. Let's go back to this one now. Set value now. The same thing also applicable. Formula is what? NPV divided by what? PV of what? Of 6. Of what? Of 6. Please don't forget, don't forget, this question ignore tax, Abi. Ignore what? If there's a tax, there will be another ball game entirely. There will be another ball game entirely. But don't worry, when you get there, we'll explain that better. So now, that means we need to get our PV of 6 first, Abi. Abi? To get our PV of 6, we have PV of 6. How many years our 6? 1 to what? To 4, Abi. You know the 6 one per year, 5,000. Our cash flow is 5,000. Then our this year, how many percent not pay? 9%. 9%. So 9% for year 1 to 4. Annuity factor.
3.2397.
3.2397 times 5,000 PV.
16,190.
16,198.
198.
0.5.
0.5.
Now, hello. So this is our PV now of sales, abi. Already what's our PV normally? 785.6, abi. So therefore, our sensitivity of sales value is equal to NPV of how much? 785.62 divided by PV 16,188.5 and 100%.
4.85.
4.85%. Yes. What play there will be? So we don't forget that for your cash flow of sales to be worse than expected, you have to what? You have to decrease a bit. You have to what? You have to decrease. What we pay? If your sales selling price of 5,000 naira, if it decrease by 4.85, this is your sales. If it decrease by 4.85, your NPV will be what? 0. Am I communicating now? Now, do me a favor now. Decrease this 5,000 by 4.85. Do not what?
15,898.8.
We need to decrease 5,000 by 4.85.
He did it totally.
5,000. This say the day. If it decrease 4,757.5, that's decrease. I mean, so if you decrease your sales by 4.85, hope you know how to decrease that way. Yes. So hopefully that way. Now the question is, about 50 dollars, you said 4,757.58. So about year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, and you owe every other thing constant. This NPV will become what? 0. Am I communicating now? Yes. That's the principle. But any attempt for this to decrease more than 4.85, we want to decrease by 4.86 or 4.89 or by 5. What happened to this figure? Negative. That is sensitivity. And I said, the lower the percentage, the higher the what? The sensitivity of that variable to your NPV. Anybody, how many percent? 4%. It's very low. Any little thing that will affect your price to come down, that go beyond 4%, then what happen? The prayer will become unavailable.
But at this rate, what will happen? At this percentage, what will happen to
Oh, it's class at the AY.
I did not mention that this one. You only talked about below and above. Tell us what will happen.
At this point, it's 0.
AY. So, but please, everybody should be patient with me this morning. I don't want to be talking 3 times, 4 times. Listen to me. If you are writing, drop your pen. Listen to me. I said, at this point, if you decrease your sales by 4.85, but for example, you go to buy because you buy daily. If you put this figure here, and I said, hey, your people become 0. I mean, that's what I said. Will you so? But if any attempt for this to increase more than this, put over there 4.86, your human to this figure will become negative. What I'm trying to transfer across to you is that at your scientific analysis, at your percentage here, your NPV score is 0. But any attempt to go beyond, it will what happen? It will become what? Negative. When they don't hear the lower your sensitivity, the higher the sensitivity of that variable to the NPV. The more what is low, see, now this one I said it's 4%, abi. To me, it's very low. For you to have a very increment of 5%, it's very low. So if this figure is low now, will that go high? Like 20%, before your sales you dropped by 20%, market there. Something that will happen that will make your selling price to drop by 20% in this country. So what? Nigeria factor, it can be low.
Your sales will drop.
Yes, your selling price. 1,000 naira. What did you sell? Now we decrease see 5,500 naira. So what? Nigeria factor, I'm so. Kini? Go no wale about that.
Should I give the example?
Yeah, give example.
Number 1 example. 2020. What got to October?
2020, I'm aware.
Nose marks reduce the selling price.
Who tell you that? I'm not serious. No smart. No smart. So please. What I'm trying to tell you is this: sensitive analysis is not for two angles. It could be cost or income. Income we have to come down, to be worse than expected. Why cost we have to go up for it to be what I expected. So that's why you see this one. I was trying to what? Increase. When I get to sales, I'm trying to what? To decrease. So your sales, anything you get as an analysis, at that point, what happened to NPV? Zero. Anything beyond that, it will be what? Negative. Let's go to the next line. Sales volume. Yes. You must be very careful with sales volume. Because formula is what? Is different from this one. So in this case, the formula for sales volume is NPV. And look at it. Papi, are you coming that side? Now, number 3 now. This is number 2. Number 3 now. The sensitivity of a sales what? This volume now. This sales volume, you are considering the NPV divided by PV of contribution. Of what? Contribution. And 100%. You can see now, on license volume, that you are using what? PV of what? Of sales itself. In naira. Where what are you using now? You are using what? Contribution. Now, that means you have to get your contribution per unit. Or let me say contribution per year. Now, what's contribution normally? Sales minus what? Variable cost. How much our sales? 5,000. How much variable cost? 3,000. How much our contribution now? 2,000. So our contribution per year, our annual contribution is equal to 5,006 plus what? 3,000. 2,000. So let's get the PV now. Years. Year 1, how many years? We are 1 to 4, abi? Our contribution, our average is 2,000. This year, how many percent? How many percent again? 3.9%. That will be 3.237. Our PV now will not be how much? 6,479.4. And let's get the PV now. That's what this PV abi. So we have our sensitivity of the sales value. You know my doing that be NPV. How much NPV? 785.62 divided by 6,479.4. Then 100%. 1.12%. What does that mean now? At this point, what happens to NPV? It becomes 0. Any attempt for your contribution to decrease beyond 12.21, what happens to NPV? Same interpretation. And I said, the lower the sensitivities, the lower the percentage order, the higher the sensitivity of that variable to your work. But contribution now, how many do you have here? 12% of it depends on the interpretation of the industry. If the industry that always decrease in price, you can say its voice highly. So we cannot totally measure the rate. But range buy, you have to just place stand and land it a bit. Next one. Variable cost. Same principle. Get your PV or variable cost first, abi. Number 4. The variable cost. That will be NPV, abi, like what? PV of the variable cost. Let's look at our variable cost now. We have years. Year 1 to what? To 4. Our cash flow. Variable cost is only per year. 3,000. This year is 9%, right? They have 3 point what? 2397. Abi. You have to weigh up. 9,719.1. Abi. So with that, our sensitivity now to variable cost will be NPV 7,085.62 divided by what? 9,719.1 times 100%. Look for 8.08%. So at 8.0%, if your variable cost is it decreasing or increasing? If your variable cost increase by 8.08, what happens to NPV? 0. But any attempt for it to increase beyond 8.08, what happens to NPV now? Negative. And I said the lower the rate percentage, the higher the sensitivity of that variable. Close up with it.
Yes, sir. Can you explain this theory of increasing and decreasing?
For a variable cost, for cost to be worse than expected, what will happen? It would have been low. If you have a cost, for a cost to be worse than expected, what will happen to that cost? It will increase. And for income to be worse than expected, what will happen? You don't understand? What you need? Over and come. You want to buy something in your mind. You have to buy it for 1,000 naira. Why give it? Why don't you that 2,000? Is it your baby? Is it your baby? Is it your baby? Is it your baby? That's what is what and what you are expecting. Also, nǹkan tí wọ́n. What are you not allowed? Why give it? What is that story? You are saying that means it has become worse than what you are expecting. I mean, so a cost if the cost is increasing, it's becoming more worse. Kò pé ẹ mọ́ nìyẹn. Mo ní pé ọjọ́ kan mo fẹ́ lọ ra pépà, mo débẹ̀. Mo rà mo lọ ní last week, mo débẹ̀ mo rà ìgbà tí mo mà kọ́ mo rà ní 6,000 plus. Mo wá débẹ̀ a week after wọ́n ní 18,000 plus. Mo ṣe mo bínú mo ṣáà mo gbé lọ. After 2 weeks, my body will feel like to that. Why? Because it's becoming more increasing. It's becoming more worse than what I expected. So when the cost is increasing, it's becoming worse than what you are expecting. But if it's a sales now, or sales in this, you will better see for it to be worse. You know what I mean? Yeah, you want to down, you want to see. And the price now, if it's now becoming worse, what can I say? The price here, over to increase. You want to down for a sense to be your people, can I say the price here? And to be against you, what will happen to the price? You decrease. It's a simple analysis now. If I pay 2 man, ọjà òpè wa mọ̀ òkè ọjà tí yóò ti jábọ̀ lórí o. But to gbé epo, àbí ogbe àṣà 5,000. 5 kilo per buy again. You know can see. One can 568 abi. That's 75 for fuel now. O wa di ọ̀la. Federal government can answer pé we want to start subsidy o. O lè ti jẹ́ kó tank ní fuel station yẹn. O lè ní price is now €300 per litre. O lè sọ pé immediately task force is the market. Anybody that sell below above €300. What's that? Is it your favor? O ti gbé epo sí tank ló jẹ́ 568. What the the selling price has become worse than expected. You expect to sell at this, but the price now how much? €300 per litre. That has become worse. So I'm telling you that anything come to you, for it to be worse than expected, what happen to you? It will decrease. Anything cost to you, for it to be worse than expected, you have to what? You have to increase. That's it. Are we together? I'm with you, man. Àti sàkébẹ̀ ni. It's a incremental fiscal. Annual fiscal ni this as of that project. It's as it of that project. As it of that project, incremental. It is normal one. But this one is called that project. We are incurring it. So any other question, please? So today. àbí kí n fi ìlú yìí sọ ẹ̀yà mo gbọ́ ìkéré. Everything was what I expected. Wàhálà àwọn olùkọ́ wà lórí rẹ̀. Hello, we are saying that this project is good, abi? Àwọn ọ̀gbẹ́ kí ló lè ṣe tó máa affect yẹ tó bá bẹ́tà tó máa lè sí everything. Àmàlùsókè sí ni àlẹ́ àmàlùsókè tó máa bẹ́tà. But àwọn lọ pé kí ló lè ṣe tó bẹ́ẹ̀ tó máa push yẹ to negative ó bí pé the variable must be worse than expected. Tó máa bẹ́tà sí àmàlùsókè so àwọn looking for better now we look for worse than expected. Is that clear? Now what next? Àti ṣe very cost àbí? Oh, this one àbí? Okay. For this cost.
And the way it become.
Happy. Now, so for number 4, I mean 4 or 5. Number 5. For the fixed cost now, the same principle is NPV, the other one PV of what? Fixed cost. Again, times what? 100%. Now, let's get the PV of fixed cost first. Yes. Year 1 to 4, Abi. Year 1 to 4. What is fixed cost per year? 600 Abi. Then DCL. You know that means that is 3.what? 2397 our PV. Yeah. 1943.82. That is that. So our sensitivity of fixed cost now will be what our NPV again? 75.62 over 1,943.82 and 100%. 40.42%. Very well, very high. That means it's very low. It's quantitative at all. Because the people increase by 40%, not long. But don't forget, at this point, what's the NPV? It's negative 0. But even if you now increase beyond this, because the fixed cost, if you have to increase a bit, they will become negative. Okay. Next one is what?
Cost of capital.
Your sensitivity to cost capital now. Number 6, Abi, the cost of capital. The formula is the cost is IRR minus cost of capital divided by cost of capital, then 100%. That means before you can compute sensitivity of the cost of capital, you must compute the IRR of that project. You must what? Compute the IRR. And don't forget, at 9%, our NPV, you know, for 785.62. Positive, right, Abi? So you must look for a rate that will give us negative. Abi? AY, if 9% is giving us positive, which rate will give us negative? Is that correct? No, I don't agree with you. And to back to connote it. You know, 70 why? You like writing. All what you are writing, what you are putting is your pad or your phone, or anywhere you keep it is there. You are not by writing, you better be listening, do the listening than what you are writing. Say for me. Running. And hello, if 9% is giving you this, you should write which rate will give you a higher rate. A what? A higher rate. A lower rate give you positive. Higher will give you negative. So you must try your possible best to increase this 9% up so that you can be able to get a what? A new NPV, which will be what? Negative.